All right, let's get a quick status update with my guest here in studio. Honorable Geoffrey Ruku is here as the Cabinet Secretary, Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs. His Excellency FCPA Ahmed Abdullahi is here, Governor Wajir and COG Chair, and Dr. Ahmed Idris, Kenya Red Cross Society Secretary General. Thank you all for making time. And Governor, I'll start with you. How bad is the situation in the 23 counties?
The situation, as was captured there in the news, is pretty bad. In the case of Mandera, it's IPC 4, which is an emergency. In a lot of the others, it's IPC 3, which is a crisis. And even within those counties that are classified as crisis stage, there are pockets that are now sliding into emergency situation. So the pasture and what they call pasture and browse situation, which is for the livestock, is really pretty bad. And these classifications look at many things. They look at the body condition of the livestock. They look at the trekking distances to water now, from pasture to the water wells. They look at the situation of the water pans, a lot of which are drying up. We are really in bad phase now.
Yeah.
We are hoping the long rains set in a bit early, because if the long rains are not better, and if they come in a bit too late, because sometimes they start in early March, sometimes much later, we could see a lot of death of livestock. Yeah. Of course, because these people are largely dependent also on livestock for their food security, there's a lot of food insecurity, because a lot of the livestock, even where the body condition is from, say, fair to poor, and it's not really too bad in some instances, then the milk production is very, very low. Okay. In the case of Mandera, I think we started losing livestock. In Wajir, yes, there could be some livestock left, because when it becomes a bit weak, and it's also opportunistic diseases set in. Yeah. But we haven't really had a mass loss of livestock over the drought as of now. Okay. And the same case with a lot of the other, IPC 3 counties, the crisis counties. Okay. So the situation could get worse in the next couple of weeks.
We'll talk about the intervention measures in the extended version of this conversation, but let me bring in Waziri on this. Waziri, WHO warned about this in November, and the Kenya Meteorological Department warned about this. Kenya Red Cross warned about this through the systems called the STAR, which is a strategic tool for assessing risks. How prepared is the government to deal with this?
The government is very well prepared, Trevor. We have enough food supplies for everybody who is facing starvation at the moment. And also from this week, tomorrow or Wednesday, we are starting distribution of animal feed in all the counties which are affected by drought. I have been in Mandera, I've been in Tanaliva, I've been in Kilivi. Today I was in Marsabit in North Hall, where we are continuously distributing enough food to the families which are affected, and we have stock in our warehouses enough, and of course government has pledged for the month of February to continue getting more supplies, so that every Kenyan, wherever he is or she is, in a position, or they are in a position to get enough food.
So how much food is available now? How many tons of rice, how many tons of maize, how much cash money do you have?
I may not be able to say the actual figures at the moment, but Trevor, the government has spent close to 6 billion Kenya shilling in terms of making food available, animal feed also available from this week. So that is huge resources which have been committed to ensure all those who are affected in 23 ASAR counties are getting supported. And this also goes also to other non-governmental organizations which are also supporting or subsidizing, complementing government effort.
Yeah.
World Food Program, Red Cross, and other agencies which are involved in all this effort.
Okay.
We are in several meetings chaired by the Deputy President, where the private sector and non-governmental organizations came together and other government agencies came together so that we can have a common approach towards this drought crisis.
Okay. Let me bring in Dr. Idris on this. Idris, what is your assessment of on the ground? What are your people reporting, and how much do we need to sufficiently intervene at this level before it becomes a crisis?
Just to echo the comments by the governor and the CS, the summary is the vulnerability situation of the communities in the ASAL areas continues to be an area of concern. It is a situation that is deteriorating as we get longer into the dry spell. All the indicators around making life difficult for these communities is deteriorating. I'll give you an example. The malnutrition rates in some of these counties seems to be hitting, shooting up and hitting above the roof. Just in one county, Turkana, in one sub-county, Loima, we have rates as high as 53% in malnutrition in the most recent assessment. So we are concerned, I think, as the government, the CS said, all agencies are concerned about the situation. It is all hands on deck now to prevent further deterioration of the situation.
How do you deal with this 2.5 million people facing starvation? And how do you decide who gets what at what point? Because even the crisis level that the governor was talking about, it hits different in different counties. Yeah. And it gets worse also at the same time.
Yeah, true. One, it hits different in different counties, and within one county it also has variations. Give you an example, Baringo, the wider Baringo, the situation is not classified as a crisis, but one sub-county, Tiati, we have malnutrition rates going up to 40%. So when it comes to targeting the affected population, it has to be a meticulous process that puts the needs of the communities first. We use certain tools that are deployed and applied jointly between government and non-government entities to arrive at the conclusion of who are the most affected from a geographical area, and within a geographical area who are the most affected at household level. It factors in a number of things, including the general income situation of those particular households. So we start ordinarily with the most affected, coming down to the least affected. Yeah. So choices have to be made in the context of scarce resources. It means that we are not able to reach perhaps each and every person who is in need, but we're able to reach the most affected populations.
All right, gentlemen, stay with me. I'll take in a quick break here. We'll be back with a bit of business news, then get some sporting action, then get to the in-depth analysis of this conversation on the drought crisis. What is a long-lasting solution to this unending cycle of drought? 2.5 million people facing starvation, 23 counties affected. The short rains between October and December failed. The worst we've seen since 1981, 45 years down the line. We're dealing with it now. We'll talk about the long-lasting solution in just a bit, but also stay with us. We're taking a quick break. We're back with some business news and then some sporting action. See you in a bit.